Hello everyone, so I just had my 18th birthday party, and as part of my party, I got an album from a band that I've never listened to a single song from, Tsunami Sea by Spiritbox. Well, I've already opened it up and listened to the record, so I guess that was a false statement, but I'm going to share my experience with this record. So, immediately, you can see, so on the record, you can see it's called Tsunami Sea, and here on the artwork, you see this little wave, which I assume is meant to be water, and there are two faces, which I assume they're supposed to be reflections of each other. And you're gonna see that reflections is basically the whole theme of this record here. So you can see you have the names of the songs here in the white that's easy to see, but then you have this black iridescent, super faint. You have the exact mirror, but in a super black iridescent look that's really hard to see unless you look at it in the light just the right way. Alright, so I'll pull the record out first. Just a real nice standard black vinyl. You know, they have some band notes right there. And the actual record itself is just your standard black vinyl. You know, and the record came with a little bit of a dink there on the edge. It's a little bit of damage there on the edge of the record. But it's super minor. All the grooves are perfect though. So you see there's the record. There's one side, there's the other side. But now what I found really cool with this record is that most of the time when you get liner notes and your little lyric book, it's just a sheet of paper and the lyrics are really hard to see. But with this band, they basically put an entire novel in here. It's literally an entire book. So you get this super thick thing. On one side is just the album art, and then the other side it says Tsunami Sea, Spiritbox.
It's almost like the CD version of LP because you got a whole booklet.
And then when you open it up here, it's like, I don't know which way's front. Yeah, here's the front. So Fata Morgana is the opening track, and every single one's got every single song has its own custom artwork. And you can see again, there are the easy to read lyrics, and then on the other side you have the reflection of the lyrics that are harder to see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find the full example of the lyrics being kind of offset. Yeah, and then here you can see you have the lyrics in the dead center, and then here the lyrics bleed on both sides as the reflection. And then here for Tsunami Sea, you have the easy to read lyrics on one side, and then you have the translucent ones that are harder to see on the other side. And it's just the same all the way through the booklet. And Machine Head's newest album, Untoned, I believe it's called. I think they're doing something very similar where instead of having special vinyl, well, they did have a special vinyl, but instead of having a special vinyl, a lot of bands are starting to make these really cool booklets now that they're including with different songs in it. So yeah. Overall, I definitely like Spiritbox's music, and as a vinyl, it's a very nice presentation. Considering that this is just the basic vinyl, you actually get a lot. And with a lot of older bands like Metallica that have grown in size, when you just buy random vinyl, it's not going to be very nice unless you spend a lot of money and get like a first edition or some kind of special pressing. But these smaller bands, like Spiritbox, they actually tend to put a lot more work into their vinyls. So yeah. So that right there was Tsunami Sea by Spiritbox, and maybe I'll get another Spiritbox vinyl. I don't know. We'll see. It depends if they keep on releasing good music. So, yeah.